Hey, M Squad. Anyway, my bad. I'm just hyped to talk to y'all. Yeah, hey guys. So, if you're new to this channel, my name is Malone. Join the M Squad. Comment, like, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Snapchat. And yeah, that's it.
I'm prolific, so gifted. I'm the type that's gon' go get it.
Okay. So, this video, I'm here to give y'all the tea on state to state moves. It ain't easy. It ain't easy. Anyway, so baby girl, get into this frontal lace wear. Yeah, hit me up if y'all want y'all hair done, because I do hair, like, I do my hair, but I don't know. I feel like I could do my hair good, but if I do somebody else's hair, it'll be messed up. I don't know. I'm one of those, whatever. But anyway, so yeah, so I'm gonna put y'all on to the BS that I had to go through, basically moving to Atlanta. Like, I didn't think it was gonna be easy, but I also didn't think it was gonna be this hard. So where do I begin? Okay. Alright, let's talk about the shipping thing. Alright, so I have a lot of stuff. Like, basically, I always had a 2-bedroom apartment. So I have a 2-bedroom apartment worth of stuff. So I knew for a fact that me driving, it wasn't gonna happen. So basically, I'm like, alright, let me see if I can rent a U-Haul. I didn't really want to drive, honestly. Like, I always said, like, if I ever moved again, I'm not doing nothing. I'm just gonna stand there. Like, I hate moving. Like, I really hate it. I will pay whatever amount of money it is for movers and for people to just do what they gotta do. Like, I don't like moving. So I looked up the U-Haul because I was going to see if I could get somebody, pay somebody to drive the U-Haul, to pack the U-Haul and drive it, whatever it is. So I looked up the U-Haul price, and to leave it, like, for a one-way, to drop it from New York to Atlanta and then drop it in Atlanta, it was like $3,000. That's not including the mileage. So I don't know why. Sometimes I guess they don't do unlimited miles. I remember they used to always do it. I'm not sure. Maybe the terms have changed, whatever it is. But basically, like, it was like $139 a mile. And New York to Atlanta is like 800 and something miles. So that 800 and change on top of the $3,000 to leave their truck in Atlanta. Crazy. So yeah, almost like, probably like more than, yeah, like 4,500 or whatever. So I'm like, alright, what are my other options? What if I get a U-Haul and get somebody from New York to drive it, and then they could drive it back? So, I don't think I probably should do that. But anyway, yeah. So, I posted on my Instagram or whatever, and a few of my friends had hit me up. And this one friend that I've known for years, he was going to do it, but he was saying that he didn't want to drive back to New York with it. He basically just wanted to take a bus ride. So I was like, oh, I'll fly you back, whatever the case is. But that would have been him leaving the truck in Atlanta, which it would have been $3,000 and a flight on top of that, plus the mileage. So that wasn't an option. So I told him that. I was like, yeah, that's not an option. Leaving it there is not an option. Like, if you're going to do it, you're going to have to drive it back or whatever. So basically, it would have been, I think it came out to like $1,500, because it's the U-Haul for a certain amount of days. And then the U-Haul, the mileage, 800 miles going to Atlanta, 800 miles coming back from Atlanta. So $139 per mile. Yeah, you do the math, because my hair. But anyway, yeah, so that was a lot. And then I had to pay them on top of that. Pay him and his friend on top of that. Which he probably would have, worked something out with me. But that was a lot anyway. So, I thought, oh, you know, like, let me just hire professionals, let me get quotes, see what it is, whatever. So I got a few quotes from a few places, and a lot of the places, they come out to see the stuff, to quote it and stuff like that. And a lot of places just take your word for what you have, and then if they come and during pickup, if it's more than what you said, then they just charge you more. So I didn't really know the importance of having people come out to my place to see the actual items that they're gonna be shipping, like loading in the truck and, you know, delivering to Atlanta, because like I really wasn't home, and then I didn't have time, and then it was just like, do I really want to do this? Like, oh my gosh, like it's just so annoying. I don't really want to go through that process. Then they like, oh, let's set up an appointment. When can we come? When can we come and see the thing? And it's just like, I was just so annoyed. I didn't want to do that. So I basically went with a company that I gave them a list of the things I had. So basically they get you on the phone, or you could do it online, whatever the case is, and you say, oh, I have a king size bed, I have a full size bed, I have 2 dressers, 2 computer desks, 2 computer chairs, stuff like that. So I did that basically, and I thought I had everything, but I guess I didn't. So I think my quote came out to like $1,400, and when I was getting other quotes from other places, it was like $1,800, $1,900 or whatever. And then I remember this guy asked me like, oh, what quotes are you getting from other places? And I said, one place said $1,400, and he laughed, and I was like, okay. And then he was like, yeah, they always do that to get you, to pull you in, and then after they always give you a higher price when they're already on the road or whatever. So I'm just like, okay, thank you. Okay, whatever. So I'm like, whatever. So I wound up going with this company, and it was just hell from, like, I wouldn't say it was hell from the beginning. Basically, I just went with the cheapest quote that I got. So they quoted me for $1,400. Basically, they had to pack the stuff into the U-Haul, drive it, and then unpack it. And they also do like assembling, disassembling, stuff like that. So I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. So basically, I went with this company. The name is First American. Yeah, First American Moving Company, whatever. And basically, I didn't really want to be there for like for them to pick up the stuff, because like you have to like be at the location before them. So basically I had to be in Atlanta before they got to Atlanta, obviously, because I had to let them in the house, like, to put the stuff in. So I already knew, oh, hold on, I also wanted to ship my car because I wanted to fly to Atlanta. But the quotes that I was getting for my car on top of like my stuff was crazy. So with First American, they had added $900 just for my car, to transport my car along with the items. So that's ridiculous. $1,400 plus $900, like, that's crazy. So I was just like, $900, I might as well just drive my car there. So yeah, that's what it was. So basically, I couldn't be there for the pickup because I had to like be on the road heading toward Atlanta, because it was like a 3 to 5 day span of the pickup to the delivery. So I'm like, oh snap, like, I gotta get going, like, I can't be there for the pickup. So basically I left them the key, and they picked all the items up, whatever the case is. They they put the items in the truck or whatever like that. They was in communication with me the whole time and everything. And then I actually did a road trip, which, yeah, I seen in my last video. If you haven't, I'll link it down below. Dang, I'm just realizing the last video I said I was gonna link a video to, and I never did. Wow. Okay. So anyway, yeah. So yeah. So I took a road trip, and I knew I was gonna be making stops to family homes and stuff like that, to rest or whatever. I wasn't just gonna do a straight drive. I think the drive is like 18 hours or whatever. I'm not about that life. So I was not about to be about that life. So basically, I knew I was gonna make a few stops or whatever. So I went from New Jersey to DC, stopped in DC, and then Richmond, Virginia, stopped there for actually a few days, and then from Virginia to Atlanta. And then the guy calls me when they was picking up the items, and he's like, oh, there's more than what you said, blah, blah, blah. That's why I'm saying it's good to get a quote for people to come out to quote your items, because whatever they tell you, it's like if they go back on their word after they shipping, it's like, okay, you told me this, you saw what I had, and you told me this, you know, I didn't add no other stuff, this is it. So it's just like, this is your word, you know. So basically, it's good for them to come out and look and quote it themselves. So by me quoting it, I guess I was way off whatever. The guy called me and was like, oh, it's way more, it's 100 and so feet, square feet more, and the price is going to be 1,700 instead of 1,400 and blah blah blah, all this stuff. I'm just like, what? So the guy was just like very nasty too, the dispatch guy. He was very nasty, very obnoxious. He wouldn't let me talk. He kept asking me questions and then talking over me. I'm trying to talk. Like, he's just disgusting. First American. Yes, yeah. So then I'm just like, whatever, like, it's too late anyway. I already done left, you know. So I'm like, okay, no problem. And then he's like, oh, I could give you a discount if you want. And I'm like, no, I'd rather go through the company, because I already knew I was going to complain to the company anyway to try to get, you know, a little something. So I was just like, no, like, he sounded like a scam artist. So mind you, before I had actually booked the appointment, I asked the lady, oh, can I put the balance on my credit card? Because I knew I needed as much money as possible for the move-in and the security, the first month's rent, everything like that in Atlanta. So I didn't really want to use too much of my actual cash or whatever was on my checking account. So I'm just like, as a backup, I'm going to just put everything on my credit card. And then after, I'll just pay off my credit card, whatever. So I asked the lady, oh, can I put the balance on my credit card? So she told me, yeah. And I have proof, like a text message saying, yeah. Now, they're heading towards Atlanta, and I guess that they take partial payment or whatever the case is halfway there or when they start heading there. And then another guy called me asking for a partial payment, and I was like, yeah, I'll just pay it in full right now, whatever. And then he's like, oh, you don't want to pay when the guys get there? And I'm like, I mean, I guess if it'll be easier for me to pay after they're done unloading everything, you know, and the job is done correctly. He's like, oh, no, you have to pay before they actually start unloading. So I'm like, okay, so I'll just pay it now since we're on the phone. So he's like trying to take my payment or whatever, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna use my credit card. He's like, well, wait, you can't use your credit card. He's like, you would have had to use your credit card at the pickup location, and we would have to see your ID and this and that, whatever. And I'm just like, this is not what this lady told me. It was just a lot of miscommunication going on with this company, and it was just like very annoying. So I'm just like, the lady told me this, that, and the third, blah, 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 whatever. And then he was like, I don't know what to tell you. Basically, like, long story short, like, I wound up speaking to somebody, and they wound up taking my credit card payment anyway. And that's on period. And, yeah, and that was just that. And he was like, oh, we're going to have to charge a percentage because, okay, do what you got to do, whatever. So I think it came out to like 17 and change, 17.82 or something like that. It was expensive, honestly. So then they get here. So I get to Atlanta, I sign my lease, everything like that, move in. Yeah. And then they came, I moved in on Wednesday. They were scheduled to get here on Wednesday. They didn't get here on Wednesday. They got here on Thursday afternoon. And then Thursday was raining. Wednesday was mad sunny. Thursday it was raining. So then it was just like even worse because everything was wet and it was just ridiculous. Then the guy comes. He was actually really nice, the guy that drove the truck. He had like a dog with him. He had another guy helping him, so it was literally like two of them, and he was just moving stuff in, whatever. And then he was asking me like, where you want this, upstairs, downstairs, in this room, whatever. So I was just like directing them like, oh, you can put it here, oh, you can put it there, oh, in that room, whatever. So it was pretty cool. Then when they're about to leave, the guy offered to assemble my bed. So I'm like, yeah, of course, like, sure. So he assembled my son's bed, which is more complicated. And then I started doing my bed. And then he came in, he helped me do my bed. It was finished, whatever. And then he was like, did you have box springs? And I was like, you know, I actually did. Because I have a king-size bed, so it's a split box spring. So I didn't even realize that the box springs wasn't even there, like in the room. So he was like, damn, it must be on the truck. So he went, checked the truck. Guess what? The box springs are not on the truck. So now I'm missing my box springs. What a joy. What a joy, right? So he's like, wow, this is crazy. Oh, it must be on another truck. And then he was explaining to me that basically sometimes like they have to use multiple trucks, and then this truck things get transferred to that truck, and just mad foolishness or whatever. So basically, like, he told me call him in the morning. I called them. I left a message. They never called back. Then I called again. And I spoke to a guy. He said that he's going to find out where it is. He said they're aware of it, blah, 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 whatever the case is. And he sent me a form to fill out, which has to be mailed in. And I'm just like, who's going through all that? Just find my damn box springs and deliver it to my house or bring it to my house. Like, it's not that serious. Like, his company is just ridiculous. Like, the communication, the unprofessionalism, like, just ridiculous. So I would say, like, if you're moving from state to state, you want a headache, get professionals. If you want it to be done right and you don't have to worry about nothing, just pay the money to move it yourself. Get U-Hauls, get like a guy in your neighborhood that want to make a few extra $100. Do it that way, because going through companies and doing all this, like, it's just way too much, honestly. Or a private company that has a truck, maybe that would be cheaper. Whatever it is, like, do it that way, because the state to state moves is like really not easy, and it's just annoying. But honestly, that's the only problem right now, and I'm literally just waiting for my box springs, and that's really it. Then I'm just completely done with this company. Like, so annoying. I basically am done, like, clearing out the boxes and things like that. I just have to do my clothes and my room, and that's really it. Like, everything looks great. Maybe I'll do another tour for you guys, a furnished home tour. Yeah, and that's really it. So I'll see you guys, catch you guys on the flip side. Alright, stay tuned, because there's more coming with this Atlanta series. And yeah. Period. Okay.